Hello, good evening students. In last week it is discussed that in model number 2 renewable energy sources we have already learned renewable energy sources and their importance of solar energy, wind energy, and third follows biomass energy. It is also one of the very important renewable energy source in rural electrification system. So before going to the biomass, you can observe the biogas cycle. So starting from the solar energy and growth of plants takes place with the solar radiation and absorbing of water and carbon dioxide. So that is the biomass formation of, that is conversion of solar energy during the photosynthesis, chemical power or chemical energy. So after that these energy crops can be directly used in digestion system, anaerobic digestion system, or it may be also used in different crop harvesting, industrial processing, human consumption and animal waste. All should be referred as a organic matter. This organic matter is referred as a biomass. This is also input to the digestion system. Then in the digestion system with different techniques there is a formation of biogas. After removal or purification of biogas of in several stages, removal of the carbon dioxide, then we can use for industrial applications directly. Fertilizer we can use, either we can use as a fuel gas, natural gas, or this natural gas also be utilized for the generation of electricity in different applications. In simple manner I have made a few points. Sir, biomass energy, it is a organic matter which is obtained from the plants or animals or microorganisms grown on the land and water, and their derivatives are referred as biomass. The energy obtained from such biomass is referred as biomass energy. The biomass energy may be in the group of renewable energy sources because it is a organic matter generated by day or every day it is possible to generate. On the other side, where coal, oil, natural gas requires the million of years to reform, hence it is not in the group of renewable energy source. So the biomass which is also in the group of renewable energy source, that is one idea. So it is also referred as indirectly solar energy only. So the biomass energy is considered as a form of solar energy. This solar energy is mainly utilized indirectly to the growth of plants by photosynthesis process. The solar energy is stored in the form of chemical energy. From the following block diagram, it is observed solar energy, some plants or growth of trees will take place during absorption of radiation, absorption of carbon dioxide, absorption of water content, photosynthesis process to form the glucose condition. After this biomass we can convert into energy generation or gas, which is directly used to the domestic applications of rural, where electricity and gas supplies are not available. So here in this diagram you can observe what are the resources for the biomass. Number 1, agricultural crops or residues, sugar grains, forest crops, residues, and industrial residues, and animal residues, and municipal solid waste. These are all referred as sources of biomass. Now you can see there how the photosynthesis will takes place with the solar radiation. From the solar radiant energy, the trees will absorb, the leaves will absorb, and from the roots water will taken, and from the atmospheric carbon dioxide, hence it whole process creates a photosynthesis. Hence for the growth of plants or leaves takes place this process. Hence oxygen is output, it leaves the oxygen trees. Hence it is a conversion of solar energy to chemical energy, then chemical energy to again either a gas, either a electricity. In this diagram you can see there how a cycle takes place from atmospheric condition, the growth of tree, harvesting of tree, then come to again atmospheric. First one, atmospheric from available carbon dioxide, water, sunlight. These are all inputs for the plant growth during the photosynthesis. After the growth of plant, it may be harvested or it may be burned to produce a heat energy with release of water and carbon dioxide. This action will take place in digestion system. Hence again this release of carbon dioxide, it goes to the atmospheric condition. You can observe, you can understand the basic concepts. You can see few words about the technology utilized for biogas formation. So this process can be achieved by two technical ways. One, anaerobic digestion, second one, fermentation. In number one, anaerobic digestion, this process is mainly involves microbial digestion of biomass. The process and end products depends on microorganism cultivated. Basically this type of digestion is done by an anaerobe. The anaerobe is a microscopic organism which can live without oxygen and air. In such a type of anaerobic digestion system, it extracts the oxygen by decomposed biomass in the presence of water or moisture. It may be expected around the temperature range of 65 to 75 degrees centigrade in digestion system, then which results the formation of methane and carbon dioxide are generated during this process. These gases are present with small impurities of hydrogen sulfide. This gas formed from this process can be utilized directly as a fuel gas, that is of methane. If CO2 and other impurities are removed by continuous process, the residues of consist protein rich sludge which is used for animal feed or some soil treatment. This is one technology. Second process is known as fermentation. This fermentation process is of decomposition of organic matter by microorganisms like bacteria or yeast. In this process, ethanol is obtained from the grains or sugar crops. This process have been developed further to produce various fuels from various fermentation techniques. This process is carried out in the atmosphere of 30 degree centigrade. And types of biogas plants. The biogas plants are mainly classified two types. Number one, continuous type. Number two, batch type. In continuous type, again single stage continuous type, two stage continuous type. In batch type, fixed dome type and movable dome type plants. So in continuous type biogas plants, The name itself gives the raw material is charged continuously and whole process goes on without interruption, and biogas is supplied continuously. Hence, the name itself gives the information. Continuous type, raw material is continuous, and output, the generation of gas, delivery of gas is also continuous. Such type of plant is referred as biogas plants. The continuous plant may be either in one stage, either it may be two stage. Some features of the plant are it produces the gas continuously. Number one, digestion chamber is required very small. Number two, the period of digestion is small. The operation and maintenance cost is very easy, and installation is also easy, but it may have drawback in single stage. We have to see in next. In single stage continuous type plant, the name itself implies the whole process takes place in single stage or in one chamber only. The raw material is fed continuously and sludge is taken out, and the supply of gas is also continuously. Such type plants are in smaller size and very simple. It requires very simple operation and maintenance. The main drawback is the whole formation of biogas of the fermentation of agricultural residues takes place in a single chamber. Hence, its efficiency may be low. That is also one of the main drawback. Its diagram you can see in next plant. You understand the process. So, as per your syllabus, you have to understand while explaining any one type, these are the points you can utilize. These are the points you can utilize. Sometimes it may be asked for 10 marks, sometimes it may be asked for 20 marks. At that time, more number of points are required to get the 20 marks. It is not easy. So, you have to write one technique, second technique, diagram, complete minimum 3 to 4 pages. That is also one of the. Now you can see the different diagrams for the single stage top figure, where one chamber is there, sludge inlet is there, below portion it is a sludge formation and sludge outlet. Different type of layers are formed. In the top layer we can observe there is a formation of gas, steam layer, supplement layer, last one is gas layer. From the gas outlet we can take the flue gas in one stage. Second technique, you can see two chambers are there, two chambers, that is double stage continuous plant. One is a fixed dome, one is fixed cover, another one is a floating cover. First one, first stage, second stage. See there, first stage some acidic formation will takes place, some acidic formation with the sludge input, with the heater arrangement, with the mixture arrangement, some acidic formation will takes place. After the first stage, it is sent to second plant, where the complete gas production will takes place. Hence, from this second chamber, the formation of biogas is taken out. So, from observing the diagram only, it is possible to explain. It is already observed from the diagram. In this type of plant, acid formation and methane formation are separately carried out in two different chambers. The diluted acid is formed in first chamber, then it is fed to second chamber. In the second chamber, finally methane gas is formed. This produced biogas is collected in second chamber, but it can a complex process. It can a complex process and it is costly also, but it is formed higher efficient gas. This type of plant is comparatively complex in design and more expensive. The two-stage continuous biogas plant is already as shown. So I kindly request you people, you have to see the some introduction part, some points you try to remember. Tomorrow we can see different type of plants are there with some RCC structure, how the chambers are constructed. Those are very important. While explaining those, these points are helpful. Okay. Good night, sir.